What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to Soul Sessions. I'm your host, Casey Antoine, and I am here with royalty. Today, we are interviewing the 118th Miss Florida A&M University, Kailyn Thompson, and our 25th Mr. Florida A&M University, Omari Rasheed. How y'all doing today?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
Well, greetings. I am Kailyn Jada Thompson, a fourth-year General Health Science Scholar from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I gracefully serve as the 118th Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
What's up, everybody? My name is Omari Rasheed. I'm a fourth-year psychology scholar from Chicago, Illinois, and I serve as the 25th Mr. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming on our show, and welcome back, Kailyn.
Yes.
So we've had you here before.
Full circle is crazy.
Right? Oh my gosh. So we are going to start off, just to get you guys comfortable, we're going to start off with a little game. It's called Soul School, and we're going to test your knowledge of Black culture. So y'all got y'all Black cards. Y'all got them ready? Do I need to revoke them?
I mean, you might have to revoke mine, but we're going to see.
All right, now let's get into it. So, first question. If you wake up to gospel music playing, what does that mean?
It's time to clean, baby.
Time to clean the house? Okay, yeah. Mr. Rasheed?
It's about time to clean.
Time to clean? All right, okay. And you see a group of people running. What's the first question you ask?
No questions.
No
I'm running.
What you mean, why? You just run with them.
Hello. Revoke his Black card immediately.
Revoked. If someone says, let me hold $5 until tomorrow, when are you getting it back?
In 2 years.
When are they getting it? They're not getting it.
You're not gonna give me $5? So let me hold $5 till tomorrow. Just wait till tomorrow then? Okay, true or false? We eat everybody's food?
No, wait.
We
don't.
Eat everybody's food?
We don't.
No.
Okay. And what is the Black name for stuffing? What y'all call it?
Dressing.
There y'all go. Okay. It looks like y'all know y'all stuff. So let's get into this interview so we can know a little bit more about you. Omari, I'm going to start with you. So we know a little bit about Kailyn from our last interview, but for you, sir, can you tell us what inspired you to attend FAMU and what's been the most meaningful part of your experience so far?
What inspired me to attend FAMU? Honestly, it was just like a dream for my friend group and my sister. I got a sister that goes to another school. And we always said we was going to FAMU. And so I was going to decide on a tour. And on my tour to FAMU, I sat next to this guy that happened to be from Chicago, who was also an Alpha, and he orchestrated the deal between FAMU and LeBron.
Okay.
And so like making that connection on my tour here I just felt like it was a sign that I should commit to FAMU. And what was the second part of my most meaningful memory?
Yeah, what's been the most meaningful part of your experience?
I feel like every time I go out with my friends, the country boys, it's always something meaningful because we've been friends since the first day of school. But I think winning Mr. 1913 probably the top of my accolade list.
Okay, I like that. Sure. And you said you were from Chicago, so can you kind of explain your background, where you grew up, and how that contributes to who you are now?
From Chicago, from the east side. It was fun. I mean, of course, people say it's dangerous and stuff, but I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of brothers and sisters, so we was always outside doing things. And I feel like growing up in Chicago, it definitely instills you with a big moral code. Yeah. And it's like a code that you just don't sway against. It shows you who you are. And so when I came here, that's something that I'll always have with me. Like, I know who Omari is. Yeah. I know the things that I will do and I won't do, and I carry that with me in every room.
Okay, for sure. Okay, so what's a book, movie, or song that you feel represents your personality and or your values?
It's finna get real Chicago now. I'm gonna do two. So my favorite movie, Harry Potter. Nobody gonna guess that, but Harry Potter my favorite movie for sure.
Okay, which one?
And then I like all of them, but the seventh one, that's the lit one, but the first one is like
so lighthearted. Okay.
But my favorite song is Chief Keef Treat Myself. I feel like that's a great song. I feel like I can listen to that every day.
Okay. So going on to you both, now that you both are a part of the Royal Court, has that impacted any of your friendships? Like, Kailyn, I'll start with you.
Has it impacted any of my friendships? I would say not in a negative way at all. My friends are so proud of me. Like, every chance they get, always recording me, always asking me how it is being on the court. I will say, though, it does get a little tough trying to manage my friendships. So it'll be times when they're all hanging out and I got to be like, all right, y'all, well, I got to go because I got to go, do this or do that for the Royal Court. And it does, like, make me a little bit sad. But at the end of the day, I know, like, what I signed up for, and they know what I signed up for. So I feel like me having a good group of friends who understand like my responsibilities has played a factor into it. So it's pretty easy.
Omari?
I feel like kind of like what Kailyn said, this impacted my friendship for the better.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that literally, I remember sitting in like 422 South Towers.
Yeah.
And this is something that me and my whole friend group talked about my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, it's good seeing it come to fruition, and we all benefit from it, and we all enjoy the experience. Like, I feel like my whole friend group is Mr. FAMU, literally. So.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And speaking of that, while we do know the election process, the whole campaigning process can be stressful, how did it feel when your names were announced as the Mr. and Miss FAMU?
You could go.
Well, okay, so the first time, I remember I was so happy and I went out with my friends, but like I couldn't be as happy as I wanted to be. Like something in the back of my head just kept telling me the job's not done, like something's gonna happen, the job's not done, the job's not done. And that's why I consider myself a very intuitive person, because the job really wasn't done. So the second time I won, it definitely hit harder because 5 days after I won my first time, my cousin passed away from suicide. So just having to do all of that over again, and he had came down during campaign season. So it was just really hard to campaign once again, especially when it was, how many months later? Like February, March, April, 2 months later. So I was really kind of over it. I had braids in, knotless braids, and I was just like, you know what? If this is really what God wants for me, everything's gonna work out. So the second time, it was I was just so excited, so filled with joy.
I'm knowing.
I'm just remembering that whole day. That was a lot.
Fun fact, when I won my first FAMU race, Omari and Devin came and brought me flowers. That was so
We
sweet.
did. I remember that. I do remember that.
Look at you.
When I won, I mean, okay, crazy story. I didn't hear my name on the live. Like my phone was dead.
Yeah.
Because every day campaigning was until like 6:30.
Yeah.
And so that day it kind of ended early at 6, and I was still out campaigning while they were on live. So I didn't know I won, and I was with my mentees. Shout out Izzy, Naomi, and Jordan. I was with them, and I was with Omari. He was like, "Bro, you just won." I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Bro, you just won. They just went on live." And then I just like, I think I ran down Martin Luther King Drive, and then I started. I did the little shoot dance. I was just doing stuff. I was lit.
Oh, well, once again, congratulations to you both. And when stepping into the role, did you guys experience any thoughts of doubt, pressure, and how did you overcome that?
I would definitely say it was a lot of imposter syndrome. I didn't feel like I really deserved it. Like even to this day, I'm still like, I can't believe like I Miss FAMU. Like, am I even supposed to be here right now? You know, always doubting myself. Like, am I gonna make the student body happy? Am I gonna make my parents proud? Am I gonna host events where the students are actually going to be impacted by it? But it all just boils down to not pleasing others, but just pleasing God. So I'm always praying to God, listen, like however you want me to be inside this position is how I'm going to follow in your direction. So still a lot of doubt, but I'm still working through it for sure.
That's good.
For sure. I think with my reign, the way it's been going, I don't think it's like kind of doubt, because I feel like I worked like harder than anybody ever worked to be here. Like during my tenure at FAMU, I did everything to the best of my abilities. With me, it was just like, it was just surreal for me. Like, I feel like right now I could kind of chill, because a lot of people like helped me get here. And like, when I think about my title, I think about Dre, because this was something that me and Dre talked about like every day during the summer. And so just with him and Armani and just all these leaders being there in my life, I'm just glad to continue the legacy and help people that come after me.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. And, you know, how have you balanced your academics, your personal life with your court duties? Because I know it's a lot. You guys are everywhere all the time, all at once. So how do you balance that between school, personal life, anything?
So I would say with my academic life, it's kind of really easy for me because I only take one in-person class, and that's on Tuesdays. So the rest of my classes are online, and school just naturally comes easy to me anyway. So I'm able to, you know, just submit and I'll get 100, you know. With my personal life, that I'm still trying to figure out how to balance. Like at this point right now, especially after homecoming, I'm feeling drained. Like, oh my, before I even came here, I was asleep. Like the first full, I don't even know, but my personal life, I just blinked. That's how much is going through my head, y'all. But definitely really busy, but just trying to, you know, push forward.
Of course,
With me, I'm taking 20 credit hours right now.
Oh.
I'm really just trying to, get up out of here.
Super
I
scholar.
got me a job lined up. So
Right.
with my personal life, I feel like I got a good balance going on because I know what I'm doing after college. I know where I'm going. So right now it's just like passing the classes, and then I kick with my line brothers. I kick with my friends. With the Royal Court, for me, this is like my 3rd year doing this because I did it my freshman year, my sophomore year, and then I was a presidential ambassador. So this is regular. This is my life at FAMU.
Yeah.
So it's chill.
Okay, I can get behind that. So once again, congratulations. And Kailyn, you touched on homecoming, and that we just celebrated. So, and coronation, you both looked very nice. Embodying Black excellence. I loved your dress, your hair. You look very beautiful. You look very handsome. I love the suit. So what was the most memorable part of the ceremony for both of you?
The most memorable part of the ceremony? Okay, I have 2. The first one would be because my little brother, he actually was the one who brought Omari's crown. So having my little brother actually be able to be in coronation was just so heartwarming. And I always tell him, I said, well, now that you were inside coronation, like, you have to run for Mr. FAMU. Like, you have no other choice but to run for Mr. FAMU.
Yeah.
My second favorite part would have to be when we were outside in the ball area, and they called my whole family up to take a group picture. It just really made me realize like how much of my family really came to come and support me, and they were just filling me with so much love, and I just miss them so much.
Yeah.
For me, one of my favorite parts was Devin's speech, like his final walk, because I was on Devin's campaign team, and like I was with him throughout that whole process, and he was going through a lot. So like that's like my brother. So like listening to his speech and his outro and like reflecting on my journey and his journey, that was like very surreal. And that was before I had came out. So I'm like, dang, it's getting real.
Yeah.
And my second favorite part it had to be the stroll at the end. I feel like it's a traditional thing.
Yeah.
Like this whole past month, I'm like, bro, I gotta lock in. Like watch the yard, be ready. Like so I feel like that was a good moment for me because that's just like, it's a part of the FAMU culture at this point. Like with the Mr. FAMUs, if you know, you know, like that's how it is.
Yeah. Okay. And since you've been so involved, you missed the Royal Court, I guess. You got to show me how to do this little wave. Like what you be doing? It's like a little 1, 2.
You got it.
Little 1, 2. No, but like you gotta
like one, then slow it down on this one.
Like, okay.
And then you bring it back.
You bring it okay. And Kailyn, y'all do like a little 8, right?
Yeah.
I'm tripping? Okay.
So you like bring it around, but you never put the your arm in front of your face. You never want to block your beauty.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I keep putting it in front of my face, I feel like.
You gotta curve it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I snapped.
You official.
I'm official.
Little bit.
You know, watching the windows. I'm official, y'all. Like, if you see me on the road court, don't say nothing now. But how are you guys feeling so far? Everything's good. The energy good. You know, y'all loving it. How Soul Sessions treating y'all?
I mean, I'm loving it. You know, when I first came, I was already feeling all the love I loved it here, so I was definitely really excited to come back.
Yes, of course. Now, this is your first time sitting on our little Soul Sessions couch. How you feeling?
It's comfortable. It's comfortable for sure.
It's comfortable like that crown.
And you my dog. You know how it is. You know that. So I'm chilling.
Of course. Well, we're almost done here. Just a couple more questions. Sure. So, Kailyn, you've been a leader in community service and have served on a plethora of e-board positions. So how have those leadership opportunities prepared you for the role of Miss FAMU?
I would say, you know, being in these leadership positions before becoming Miss FAMU had already instilled in me, okay, like, I know that I have to be on top of the core. I know I have to be on top of any type of faculty members. And I know it also prepared me for hosting events. So when I was in those leadership positions, I was in charge of hosting a lot of events, spearheading a lot of events. So now being in this position, it just makes it so much easier to be able to go throughout the motions.
Yeah, of course. Okay. And at the Mr. and Miss FAMU coronation, both of your families spoke on you and your leadership. So how did that feel, hearing that for the first time? How and your families recognize all this hard work you have put in? Omari?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
I think, it just feels good. Everybody likes to be acknowledged for, their hard work and their due diligence. So, I appreciate it. My mom is my rock, so it was cool.
Oh, shout out to all the moms, man. Shout outs. And with representing FAMU, it comes with a lot of pride and a lot of responsibility. So how do you both manage your mental health while carrying the crown? And what message do you have to send to our other students about self-care?
That's a really good question. I would say for me, it's just really taking time for myself because I'm always saying yes to everyone, to everything. So just taking time for myself. I love to read books, especially books about self-growth.
Yeah.
So that's what I've really been on. And yeah, just journaling. I usually, I go and watch the sunset by, what is it, FAMU Way by the skate park. I love
Yes,
watching the sunset
that's
over there.
nice.
It's just so peaceful. And I just rock on the little swing and I just think about everything.
Just
I'm
like-
such a thinker. Like I'm a
Yeah.
thought daughter, seriously a thought daughter.
Okay. And Mr. Rasheed, what you got to tell the students about men's mental health? I see you at Mental Health Day getting a little massages and stuff.
Hey,
So
back feeling good right now. I say being a psychology major, like mental health is engraved in me. And I feel like that's a big thing in like the community where I grew up in. There's a lot of people like that. So I just say for me, you have to self-evaluate first.
yeah,
Like I'm a big person that I evaluate everything I do before I tell anybody anything about themselves. I can't tell you you're wrong if I don't know that I'm wrong.
yeah,
And so I always self-evaluate like in every decision. And I also just try to be around. Like I'm one of those friends that is always around. If you need me to wake up at 5 a.m. and just drive with you, I could do that because I'm a around friend. Like if you need me, I'm there. And I feel like in men's friends group, that's not a thing that a lot of us have. So just finding those people that are going to be around and understanding that some stuff is seasonal.
yeah.
Like some friends are seasonal, organizations are seasonal, goals are seasonal, and things come and pass. So just move on.
All right. Well, coming back to you, Omari, you have held previously a lot of royal positions, including Mr. 1913, as well as a royal escort, and now you're Mr. FAMU. And how have those things helped you for your role as Mr. FAMU?
Kind of like I said earlier, like I feel like it's second nature doing what I do at FAMU. Like this is what Dre taught me, and so like it's easy. It's nothing crazy. I feel like right now one of my biggest things is looking at the next candidates or looking at the people that want to run for Mr. FAMU because I'm Mr. FAMU, and letting them know like, hey, don't lose these recipes. Like these are things that really make our culture different from other schools. Like Mr. FAMU and Mr. Howard and Mr. NCAT and Mr. Clark and Leonard, they're not the same. And there's a totally different standard that we uphold every day. And you could do that while being you at the same time. And I think I do that well.
I think so too. I can say that. And for Kailyn, at what point in your journey in FAMU did you decide you wanted to run for Miss FAMU? And how was that process?
So before I came to FAMU Summer Bee 2021, and I remember I was stalking like all the FAMU pages because I was like, what am I about to get myself into? I remember I wanted to go to Ivy League. So coming here, I was like, okay, let me just scope the scenery real quick. Came across the Royal Court, and I was like, Miss FAMU. I was like, I'm gonna be Miss FAMU. But then I just brushed it off my shoulder. It wasn't until, when was it? Sophomore year, spring semester, I decided to take it seriously, and I had a former Miss FAMU mentor me. So she was like, you need to go here, you need to go take pictures, you need to go here, and you need to do this and do that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so much. But I knew that everything that I had gone through while I was on campus, and I knew that like a lot of student leaders weren't really showing up for me and weren't really giving me the voice that I wanted. So I was like, okay, when I get inside this position, I know I'm going to be able to reach so many more students. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give students the opportunity to share their voice. And that's why whenever you see me hosting events nowadays, it's always something collaborative, giving students a voice to share their story.
Okay. And I know you mentioned during your first one, you had something in your mind saying that the job wasn't done. So as we all know, last little election year, the Miss FAMU race experienced a little bit of controversy with the disqualification of candidates. So how was that experience, and how did you persevere through that controversy?
It was so, I don't even know the exact word for it, but I was just so sad, especially like nobody was in communication with me. I didn't find out I had to run again until the day of, and they were like, okay, you can start campaigning. And I was like, wait, what's going on right now? So just the lack of communication was really just making me really sad. But I knew that, listen, God has this for me. And I knew, oh my gosh, I remember I heard Holy Spirit say, listen, like, if you trust me, just keep going, just keep pushing through. And I just kept pushing through, and I was like, listen. And I started going viral every single time. I was like outfit of the days, everything. I was like, okay, I have this in the bag. Like people from different schools were rooting for me. They were like, if I don't even go to FAMU, I'm all the way from Howard, but I'm still voting for you. I wish I could vote for you. And I just felt all the love. So I was like, this is nobody but God.
I love that. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you to you both, Kailyn and Omari, for coming on to the show, taking time out of your busy schedule. But I just have one last question. What advice would you give to students who may be looking to step up into these leadership positions, whether it be Miss Junior, Miss Senior, Miss Grad? What would you give them?
Be yourself. I feel like being yourself and doing it for yourself. Don't do it for the wrong reasons, because it's gonna show every single time. Not even if the student body doesn't pick up on it, but when you link with these other Mr. FAMUs, and when you're meeting like senior leadership and presidents of the universities and past presidents, like it really shows. Like my whole lineage, 1 through 24, can say they knew Omari before he was Mr. FAMU, and when he's Mr. FAMU, he's the same person. Like, and it might be a little bit better, you know? And so just being yourself, it really goes a long way, and it doesn't stain the legacy, you feel me? Because that's a big thing at FAMU, legacies, and you gotta uphold that.
I would say, just like Omari said, be authentic, be true to yourself, be genuine, be genuine. I would also say to, of course, pray and ask God, is this even for me? Because trust, he will give you the answer. And I would also say to ask questions. Like, people to this day reach out to me, even from different schools, you know, who did your graphics, who did this, who did that? Ask questions, because I know for me, I was in a blind. I didn't know about a camp. I didn't even have a big campaign team. I didn't have a big group me. I didn't have a group me at all. So I was kind of out the loop. So anytime that people ask me any type of questions, I always just try to be there for them, because I knew that that's what I would have wanted. So ask questions.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching Word Around Campus Soul Sessions. I am your host, Casey Antoine, with Miss FAMU, Kailyn Thompson, and Mr. FAMU, Omari Rasheed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for our next episode. See you guys later.
Bye.